Today's topic is going to be something that's so important. As individuals, many of us are leaders. Leaders in our businesses. Sometimes you may be in a classroom as a teacher. You might be an administrator. You might be a supervisor at a factory. You might just be a parent who are managing individuals and family in your home or your extended family. And at that time, when you are managing these individuals or that task or that goal for the work or for that job, you have to be on top of your game, your A game. And it's so important to be on your A game for them. You need to make sure that you yourself are taken care of so you could produce that quality work. So here are some tips that I want you to remember to keep in mind why it's so important to appreciate yourself and take care of yourself. So number one, the first thing is making sure you get enough rest. You need to have enough energy. You have to sleep at least 8 to 10 hours. I know it looks macho-ness, I can manage with only 4 or 5 hours. It will catch up to you. Sometimes you might say, I have the energy, but you might be more irritable. You might be getting stressed out quicker. So it's so important to manage that time. Just like kids, 8 to 10 hours, you yourself need to make sure you get 8 to 10 hours. You might say, well, with work, I can't do that. Then at least on Saturday and Sunday, you want to make sure you sleep a little extra, 9 to 10 hours, just so you can get that energy back. I'm a big believer, taking care of yourself is important. If you could go to sleep early and wake up early, that's awesome. But whatever your sleeping habits are, make sure at least you get enough time and effort to get enough rest. And if you get 5 to 6 hours and throughout in the day, maybe try to take a power nap for about 15-20 minutes just to rejuvenate yourself is very important. So even in the midday or afternoon, it's not a bad habit to get that little power nap, 15-20 minutes, just that meditation or that time just to get your body to kind of like calm down itself and then get back to the swing of things. So that's number one. Number two, what is so important is to make sure after getting rest is to also make sure that your body is active. 15 to 20 minutes of walking, or 15 to 20 minutes of running, or 15 or 20 minutes of jogging, or 15 to 20 minutes of biking, or 15 or 20 minutes of just any extracurricular activity where you're getting some of your heart rate up, preferably even up to 30 minutes, but even just to start off, 15 to 20 minutes, it's a great habit every single day to get your body moving. Calisthenics, yoga, if it's a sport, tennis, basketball, racquetball, whatever you feel that gets you going, swimming, you do that and make sure that it gives your body that energy and that strength that it needs to restore by resting, but then also building on that muscle. And when you realize when you're exercising, your blood pressure, everything, it's better. And then that serotonin level in your brains are high, so keeping yourself less stressed and more energized and more positive. So keeping that in mind. Number three, after you just making sure that you're getting enough sleep and you're being active, the third thing you want to do is eat healthy. You want to eat right that morning. You don't want to just fill yourself up with a bunch of sugar. Yes, no doubt about it if you like that favorite cereal, maybe that little small donut, but you can't just have that. Try to make sure that you have some proper fruits, proper healthy, not processed foods too much, all right? Try to make sure to have a healthy food. That will help you throughout your process. And as an individual who has gone through cancer, rest had played a big part. Being healthy when I went through chemo played a big part. And number three, they told us, hey, now when you have cancer, to cutting down on some of the processed food. They said, hey, it's better to eat, if you're going to eat sugar, make sure you eat food or sugar it's grown, the fruits that we can eat, except some processed sugar. So keeping that in mind, eating healthy is so important, balancing throughout the day. You don't have to do these crazy diets, even just eating smart, eating right, but eating in moderation will go a long way. Number four, taking time to reflect on your life, on your day. It's so important to kind of go through your day, looking at what decisions you made, what you said, how you could have done something better. And when you go back on your day, you'll appreciate the things that you have accomplished. Then you'll also look at ways that you can make yourself a better individual. And then that way, when there maybe was a mistake, you have time to be like, okay, this is what I could have done better. So next time, that same situation will not happen again. So having time for reflection of work, but then also some reflection of spirituality is also so important to kind of have that. So whatever you feel, that meditation that you need, it's also very important. So reflection at work, but then also reflection about life and having some form of this reflection piece about life itself. Another specific important would be realistic goals for yourself, right? What you want to get done for the day. It is so important because you could stress out about something 4 days from now. But if you plan out and say, these are my tasks for the next 5 days, this is what I'm gonna finish off today, what's gonna do second day, third day, that's gonna help you also appreciate and take care of yourself, because you won't get bogged down like, oh my God, I got something done here. And as you're getting them done, you cross them off, it's psychological, you feel better. Like you had 10, awesome, I got 3 done today. Next day, oh, I got 4, all right, I'm on my pace, right? And that helps you know what you have to get done, but then also helps you understand what you have accomplished and what you need, what tasks have been done, which gives you that satisfaction also. So keeping that in mind. So we've had now, number 1, taking care of yourself and getting rest. Number 2 was physical activity. Number 3 was eating healthy. Number 4 was reflecting on your life from your work and in spirituality. Number 5 was making realistic goals. Number 6, it's something very important. Drink a lot of water. I know we all want to wake up and drink coffee. I have been an individual, I'm in my 40s and I've never drank coffee or tea in the morning. Maybe once or twice if I'm at someone's house out of respect. But if you could be on your natural high without using coffee to wake you up, that'd be huge. That way, if you get some good sleep and you exercise, I guarantee you that will give you the energy you need, that you will not need to use coffee or tea. And if you do, I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. Just try to make sure your moderation so you're not getting 4 or 5 a day just to keep you up, right? And I guarantee if you could exercise and eat right and then drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. That would be huge. If you could do that, I think that will help you to get through the day, and that also helps you with your digestive system. And if you could get water as that base, and maybe you want to put some flavor in it, no doubt about it, but it's better than drinking Coca-Cola or some soda or some coffee. Our teas, some are herbal tea, which are fine, but keeping that in mind, drinking water will go a long way. Next is having a positive outlook. You need to have a positive outlook. So because when you have a positive outlook, every day look at it in a positive way. It's how you want to look at things, right? Are you going to look at that water half empty or half full? It's a big question. They've done this test with young children. Kids who looked at the cup half full were more positive in life and dealing with other things at school. So sometimes just those small things can be a big thing. At the way you're looking at your colleagues, you're looking at your superiors, you're looking at individuals at work, at life, people at the street. And the way if you give everyone a positive outlook, positive energy, I guarantee that will come back to you in the same way. Number 9, make time to enjoy your family. You have to make sure that at work is not your whole life. Work is something that helps you accomplish some tasks to generate some cash or a monetary support to take care of yourself, but also take care of the ones that you love. So if it's your family, your extended family, or if it's just yourself, but you want to make sure that you have that relationship with your family, your parents, even when they get old, or your young ones, that it should not be that you do not want to regret about things in life to say, because of work for the last 10 years, I neglected my family life or my friendships. So keeping ensure that you have that social network outside of work or school or whatever facility that you have or organization that you work for, that will also help you kind of making sure that sometimes outside from just the general talk. Because if all your friends are from work, the problem is sometimes you're always talking about work. So if you could sometimes move that away, or you could just enjoy about other things in life, it could go a long way. And one of the other things you want to keep in mind is to reward yourself. Reward yourself for the accomplishments. When something good happens, it's good to make sure that you get appreciated. Appreciate yourself for that work. Tell your family about it, and maybe go out to eat with your family to celebrate some of the accomplishment. There's nothing wrong with that, because when things go well and you want to make sure that you appreciate the people who have helped you, from your family, friends, if you believe in a spiritual creation, or if you're a spiritual individual, that whoever, what the people around you have made you successful, you got to make sure that you take time to appreciate that and appreciate yourself, and then sharing some of the great news that have happened. All right. The other thing that you want to also kind of keep in mind is to have a time for just your own spiritual needs, right? Now, this is up to you, but having that time for meditation, as we talked about earlier, but I really do believe this is something that if you could take some time and reflect and really appreciate looking at yourself, your life, and where you are, where you came from to where you are and where you want to go, and making sure that you take that time to have that reflection and that spiritual support. It could go a long way. So hopefully all these are some small tips that you could take with you to hopefully take time to appreciate yourself for all the things that you have accomplished. All right, take care. Thank you so much.